If I give you this camera, can you take pictures with it at church, give it back to me, and we'll make a cool video?
Deal.
One of my favorite memories from childhood were these disposable cameras. They're like $25 on Amazon for a pack of 2 of them. We brought 5 of these with us on this trip to Australia. Specifically, we're shooting with the Fujifilm Quick Snap Flash 400. Each camera's got 27 exposures on it, meaning you can take 27 photos on this wide-angle lens. The film inside is Fujifilm's Superior Extra 400. It's got that typical Fujifilm look, cool magenta, greenish tones. The 400 in the name refers to the film's 400 ISO, which, as we're about to see, makes it pretty versatile, working in both daylight and low light. It's got a fine grain, medium contrast and saturation. And what we're seeing right now is disposable cameras and this style of photography making a huge resurgence in terms of how to use these. They're pretty dummy-proof, which is part of why they've become so popular again, I think. And yes, while they may lack the tack sharpness of digital imagery or the convenience of a phone, these files are not raw. You can't process them in post. What these photos do have is something a lot of those shots don't these days, and that is emotion. You feel something different when you see these photos, and maybe even more importantly, people behave differently around these cameras. So here's how they work. First, you turn on the flash. Second, you wind to the next picture. And third, you point and shoot. Now, despite these cameras being extremely easy to operate, there are a couple of tips that I need to share with you. First, do you need to use the flash on every photo? The answer, pretty much, yeah. Let me show you some comparison shots with and without the flash. First, this is our church's lobby on a Sunday morning. This shot was taken without the flash, and I know you can't tell from this photo, but our sanctuary is incredibly bright. Here's the same photo with the flash. Similarly, here's Pastor Alex in the studio, perfectly lit with studio lights in a bright white room. This is without the flash compared to with the flash. Moving into our sanctuary, here's without the flash and here's with the flash. Basically, no difference at all. What gives here? This demonstrates another key for shooting with these disposable cameras. They need a subject for the flash to actually illuminate because the flash has a 10-foot range. So in this sanctuary shot, I'm just grabbing a wide shot of the whole room. The flash is not able to reach those back walls. They're much further than 10 feet away, obviously. So it doesn't matter if the flash is on or off. In this case, the shots will look virtually identical. So, when can you not use the flash? When you're outdoors in full daylight. Here's an exterior shot of our church without the flash. Here it is again with the flash. Again, identical. Why? Because the flash cannot affect my church building. It's too far away. That's further than 10 feet. Except now, instead of it being in a dark sanctuary, it's a bright day. So while the flash is ineffective, this is the one type of shot where a flash is not needed at all. So keep in mind those 2 rules for using these disposable cameras. First, always have a subject in your shot. People will be your best option here. And second, always have the flash on unless you're in broad daylight and shooting a landscape. And just to prove this to you, here's a couple of shots with Pastor Mel, again, at our church's trunk or treat with my kids. Here's me with her kids. It's a pitch black night outside, but because we're shooting with the flash, the shots turned out nicely. One final note to consider is the focus distance on these disposable cameras is about 1 meter. So you can't get closer than that to your subject or it won't be in focus like my Brussels sprouts here. And for our American friends, 1 meter is roughly 3 feet. So what's the right application for this at church? Well, these are not going to be your main cameras for capturing Sunday morning. These have, a few specific applications where they really shine. First, these are going to be great for events. I showed you a couple of shots from Trunk or Treat at our church as an example. For youth ministry specifically, these are going to be a great option. Get 5 of these, hand them out to a few students at your next big youth event. Let them take photos, their POV of the event. Along that same vein of POV, point of view, hand one of these to a volunteer at a service and ask them to capture their day as a volunteer. You can start the video off with a simple cue like, if I give you this camera, will you take pictures at Vine Church this morning, show me what it's like to serve, and we'll get it back from you, make a cool video?
Sounds like fun.
So the video that you just saw, we made that at a church that we visited in Sydney. It's a really easy video to make. Let's talk about how. First, when you've used up all of your shots on your disposable camera, you're gonna need to develop the film. Now you can drop these off at a Walmart or a CVS, but I'd recommend looking for a dedicated photo lab instead for a couple of reasons. Number one, that way you can trust that your roll of film is getting the care needed as those photos are being developed. And two, so you can access the digital prints looking their best. For me, I just searched online. I found a company in Toronto called Annex Photo. They had a form online that I printed out. I went to my local post office. I sent off the camera, and within about a week, I had all of my prints ready for download. In terms of the cost, they charged me $19 Canadian. And to be clear, we live a couple of hours away from this shop in Toronto. We're not in a big metro area ourselves, so I'm confident that many of you can find shops similar to this. Just mail away the cameras, get back the prints, incredibly easy. Now, once you have those digital prints, you can download them, share them to your phone. They make great images for Instagram stories as is. Great for Instagram carousels as is. We even use them as is to make an entire church website. I mean, look at this, very cool aesthetic. If you want to take it a step further, there's an app that you can check out as well called Life on Film. It's made by a group that has played a big role, pun intended, in repopularizing this style of photography. Maybe you've seen their videos online. They'll walk up to someone in an airport, hand them a disposable camera, tell them to take photos on their trip, mail them back the camera so that they can create a cool video for these people. That's where we got the idea for the prompt at the beginning of this video as well. The way they make these cool videos is with an app, Life on Film. Here's how to use it. You can open the app and choose a template. For each of these templates, you'll need at least 10 photos. Queue up these shots and the app will generate your video. Now you can customize the effects. This will change how your photos are displayed in the video. In Filter, you can customize the visual treatment that's being added. In Speed, you can adjust how quickly your images are being cycled through. In the Music tab, you can find a track that you prefer. If the one that comes with the template isn't to taste, what's also nice is that you can actually import the audio from a video or screen recording on your phone if you want to use a track that you can't find elsewhere. Export the video and you're done. Now, the app does have a monthly cost. That being said, this probably is not the type of video that you're gonna make a ton. So you can always pay for this app as needed. You could start the subscription for a few bucks, generate 3, 4, 5 videos that you need when your film gets developed, end the subscription. Next time you develop disposable film and want to make a new set of videos, repeat the process. Of course, if you love the disposable film look, maybe you're doing this across different ministries every month, all the time. If that's you, maybe that monthly subscription is worth it. Hey, I hope you get some disposable cameras for your church. If not for your church, get them for yourself. Tristan and I brought a few just for us on this trip to Australia, and now we've got some memories to last a lifetime.
Send a picture, I think that we all want to know where you've been. Has it been so